Hi, folks. Hope you are okay. God bless you all, and love to everybody out there. Hope everybody's okay. It's good to be with you. Um, I'm in Ghana with my wife, Dorcas, doing mission work, and value your prayers, value your encouragement. And I'm just going to get a bottle of water, so I'll wait till some people come. No, just need water. There's no water. Yeah, what's in water? Yeah. No, the gas. Thanks. So, yeah, so I've just been watching a video and I was shocked, and I'd like to show you this video clip.
He came at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, and he came that during the time of the Prophet that there is a man. Why did you come back? I mean, I'm talking.
Yeah,
to
no,
him.
no, that's fine. I'm just.
She's happy.
Can I listen?
Yeah.
I want to listen, so go
Okay, but he's distracting you.
No, no, it's not. It's silent.
Oh, he's
He's
silent. Do you mind if I join in?
No,
Sister,
no.
they're going to try to exclude me from the conversation. Do you mind? Do you mind?
Listen.
Do you mind if I join the conversation?
Does the Christian allow women to talk?
Yeah, and then if you have any questions, you can
No, I don't have.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, sister.
Listen,
Thank
But I
you.
want to understand, yes.
By the way, this answer is for you. I admit it.
He admits, so he admits adult breastfeeding.
Please.
Let your breast satisfy you.
You see here.
The stranger's breast satisfy you.
Yeah, okay. We stopped him. Listen. We stopped him. Now I'm here.
Has that stopped? Is that stopped? Is that stopped?
I'm not for him. I'm here for you. And there's a big difference.
Okay, I will try my hard. Okay.
Sister, don't let him exclude me from this conversation.
Because she's here. She's here to answer. She's general to answer.
No, I'm here to learn.
And she's here to learn.
Bye, Siraj.
Yeah? Yeah?
Bye, Siraj. Bye.
Go behind.
Bye,
Go
Siraj.
behind him.
Yeah, go behind
If
me.
he talks,
Yeah.
if he talks,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk.
please. Now here.
You can say it.
Now here.
Coward, you preach
The
for
answer-
nothing.
Okay, brother.
I answer this question.
Siraj, brother.
Yes.
Siraj.
That's why you represent Muhammad. That's so many.
That's why he represents Jesus, false Jesus, the cuss one.
No, I can teach you that.
Yeah. See, he's distracted.
Are you with him?
You want to talk to him?
Are you with him?
No, they're not together.
No.
You're not
I'm
with
here
him.
to
So
listen
come
to you.
please forward here.
No, I want
Come
you
please
to
forward. No, come.
I can move whenever I want. It's a park. You don't control the park. Whoa. Sheikh, what are we doing? What are we doing, Sheikh? What are we doing? What are we doing, Sheikh?
He never pushed you.
I can teach you that.
See, he's distracted.
Are you with him?
You want to talk to him?
Are you with him?
No, they're not together.
No.
You're not
I'm
with
here
him.
to
So
listen
come
to
please
you.
forward here.
No, I want
Come
you
please forward. No, come.
I can move whenever I want. It's a park. You don't control the park. Whoa. Sheikh, what are we doing? What are we doing, Sheikh? What are we doing? What are we doing, Sheikh?
He never pushed you.
By the way, there is some, Sonic. That's one. That's ours. لا تأخذ هذولك بس هذه. Which one?
All of them. This, that one.
The other ones are not ours. Some of them are not ours. Maybe it's not yours.
Which one's yours? Which one's
I
yours?
will ask the guys.
I think based on the name, I can guess it's yours.
You cannot solve it. There's
No,
a
no.
right there. You
No,
go
I
and,
just talked.
yes, go and,
That's
go
talking.
and create peace.
Push the guy. I was talking normal, but Bob
Yeah.
pushed the Sheikh.
You know.
Stop this behavior. No, this running up and down.
Okay, brother,
I
Siraj,
answered
Siraj,
his
You
question.
saw
Siraj,
yourself.
brother.
No,
You're not
I'm here to
so
listen
come
to
please
you.
forward here.
No, I want
Come
you
please
to.
forward.
I can move anywhere I want. It's a park. You don't control the park. Whoa, Sheikh, what are we doing? What are we doing, Sheikh? What are we doing? What are we doing?
So you saw the clear provocation by the Sheikh. You saw that very, very clearly that the Sheikh leaned into Bob and then pushed Bob away violently. It was a violent assault that the Sheikh actually did on Bob. And then Bob was just defending himself. And that's what we saw clearly there in the video. So a couple of things that we need to discuss about it. If anybody wants to jump on the stream, there's a StreamYard here. But a couple of things that need to be stressed. Number one, Speaker's Corner is a place for free debate and discussion. And if you're not willing to engage in debate and discussion, then you shouldn't be at the park. And what the Muslim Dawah teams generally want to do, they don't want to discuss any deep theological discussion with those that know what they're talking about. So the Sheikh and Mansour and many others of the Dawah teams, they just want to pick and abuse people that don't know anything. So they'll pick on Christians or atheists or Jews, particularly people who don't have much of a background. And so when it comes to people like Bob or anybody like Bob who actually knows something, the Dawah debaters don't want to know. They ignore such debaters. Now, this is not fair and it's not honest. If you're at the park, you should be willing to be challenged on your ideas and you should be willing to engage anybody. But if you're not willing to engage the best of the debaters on the Christian side, then you're not being honest. You're actually being abusive because you're actually picking on people that are vulnerable. You're not picking on people that are strong in their faith and who can answer your questions. So that's the first thing. And because there's a vulnerability amongst the Dawah teams, they're now sending people like Siraj around to hassle Bob. And then they have the temerity to make videos like Mansour to say, we don't want Christian debaters following us, wanting to debate with us. They want a segregation. So there's this kind of duplicitousness where the Dawah teams will send Siraj and other Muslims to disrupt people like Bob. But yet when the Christians debaters follow the Muslim debaters get upset and they don't like it. And now they're calling for segregation. So the first thing is just to remember that there's this complete, utter dishonesty at Speaker's Corner. The Muslim debaters will not engage with the best Christian debaters at Speaker's Corner. This has been going on for a long, long time, for a number of years. They will consistently avoid the best debaters. And so they'll only choose people who are vulnerable, who they can debate. That's how dishonest they are. That's the first thing. The second thing is there is violence at the park, and this violence has been going on quite considerable time, and it's been coming from one direction, and that direction, principally, 95% of the violence has been coming from the Islamic side. There is one or two incidents every now and again that's not from a Muslim or Islamic situation. There have been incidents of fighting where it's not been anything to do with Muslims, but 95% of the violence that has occurred over the last 5 to 10 years has been principally from the Islamic side. This has never been addressed. It's been continually ignored by the Dawah teams. And it's something that the police have not addressed. Although the police, to be fair, over the last year, have stepped up their policing, and they've done generally, they moved away from two-tier policing at the Speaker's Corner. However, in this incident, they've reverted back to two-tier policing. They were nowhere to be found in the situation. They didn't help in the situation. And so the police are culpable in the situation where a sheikh was violent to Bob. And there was no police officers around to deal with this situation. The other thing about the police is they leave at a certain time. Where they leave at a certain time, and this is not right. They should have police officers even into the night until the last people have left the Speaker's Corner. But the police leave round about just after tea time, and yet there are still lots of people at Speaker's Corner, and there's no police there. This is a dereliction of duty. The police should be there till the last people leave Speaker's Corner. So there are three main issues there, and we've not finished. The first issue is the predatorial nature of Islamic Dawah teams, where they will not debate the best of the Christian debaters. This is a scandal that's been going on for many, many years. And this is why these incidents are happening, because people want to challenge these Dawah team debaters, but they will not be allowed to be challenged because they're scared of being exposed. Bob brought up some specifics about breastfeeding, which is quite damning to Muhammad, about people can come and suck women's breasts, and Muhammad said it was okay. This is something to be discussed, and yet the Dawah teams don't want to discuss it. The duplicity, the predatorial nature of the Dawah teams, always trying to get vulnerable people and not debate the best of people at Speaker's Corner, causes this kind of situation because people get frustrated. That's the first thing. The second thing is the violence in the park, generally speaking, comes from the Muslims. 95% of the violence at Speaker's Corner has come from the Muslims. The most violent situations have become from the Muslims. If you don't believe me, Hatum was violently assaulted with a knife and stabbed in the head. That was an Islamic terrorist attack that the police have never ever solved, which is an absolute scandal to the London Met. It's an absolute scandal that the London Met, that have cameras everywhere, could not trace the man that attacked Hatun. Why? Because it's politics. Sadiq Khan and the police kept it under wraps politically because it would not go well for them. So they've not found this man. So the most violent attack that ever happened, the Speaker's Corner, was an Islamic attack to Hatun. And she's been multiple times from Islamicists, and nothing has ever been done about it. There was also an attack upon a gentleman who Muslims tried to burn alive at Speaker's Corner. That person was one of them men So, yeah, we've come to more or less the end, and we're seeing that things have to change. So I would suggest that more Christians go down to Speaker's Corner and should be there to basically protect other Christians. So there should be people going down there who are just put purely there to make sure that Christians are okay. If the police are not doing the job, Bob was in danger there. He could have been stabbed. So people need to go down to just be there to protect Christians. And secondly, people should be warned when people go down there. There should be warnings to the Christians not to speak to the Muslims debaters. Those who are visiting Speaker's Corner, they should be told the problems with the Dawah teams and the dishonesty with the Dawah teams. And yeah, so that's two ways of dealing with the situation, I think, is people need to go down there to just make sure that the Christians are okay. And secondly, when people visit the Speaker's Corner, people should be informed about the Dawah teams, how dangerous they are, how dishonest they are. So it's sad state of affairs that Speaker's Corner's turned out like that, but the Muslims are using everything in their power to try and make Britain Islamic. And people need to, I'm in Ghana, so there's not much I can do apart from pray. But those who are in UK need to wake up and need to start getting out, needs to start giving Bibles free. The Muslims are giving Qurans out left, right, and center. They're using every opportunity to spread Islam, and they're working night and day. So I would encourage everybody to get out there and work night and day, getting Bibles out and evangelizing. Otherwise, we'll wake up in about 20 years' time and find out uh, evangelize or fossilize and get down to Speaker's Corner from time to time, or get a rota done where there's about 8 or 9 men that have a rota where there'll be always 5 men down there to look after anybody who's going to be attacked or assaulted. Because the police are not doing their job, and have that rota so that there's always people there to protect the Christians or any vulnerable person for that matter, because it's getting too violent from the Muslim side. And that's the police's fault. The police won't deal with it properly. I've commended the police over the last year. In Speaker's Corner, they have tried their best, but I think they're so infiltrated by politics that they slack off from time to time. And I think this is a sad state of affairs. So people need to step in and help those who are being attacked. And Bob was attacked. And not only attacked by the Sheikh, but attacked by others who came and jumped in as well. Okay, keep preaching the gospel, and may God be with you all as you serve God, whatever you serve God, and keep lifting up Jesus Christ. God bless you, and love to everybody out there, and take care, man.